Hey, IDS 302. Welcome to Module 3. We're getting there. It's 9/11, of course, and about 3 o'clock. I promised I'd get this out. Well, here's some good news. I did change the date for this module from today to the 18th, to the 17th. No, to the 18th. I changed it. I had us at a 7 day, so now it's 8 days, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18. So counting today, it's 8 days. I think you're going to need it, but let's get into the work here. Yeah, let's see. So just to go back to the schedule, Module 3 is 8 days, Module 4 is 9 days, Module 5 is 12 days. I may move a little bit that around this week, so let's keep an eye on that. I could see making this module 9 days, module 4 9 days, module 5 11 days. Okay. I think I might do that, but keep an eye on it because I'm doing this so you get a chance to submit quality work. Okay. If I stretch it out and you just do everything on the last day, it's going to suck no matter what. You can't really change that. Okay. Right. You got that, right? This is one of those tough things in life where you got projects you got to work on. You don't just check them off the list and do them in one day, right? It's a process. All right. So hey, side note, I hope you're not doing the course over your phone. I just heard about that. Some people, instructors are mentioning that. Don't do it over your phone, okay? I did do Easter eggs. Good. Okay, Tanner, chapter 9. Chapter 10, chapter 11 are your readings. Just to remind you, 10 pages, chapter 9, describing interdisciplinary and integrative learners. Big one. Chapter 10, issues on global perspectives and team leadership. And chapter 11, constructing interdisciplinarity. Okay, 10 pages, 6 pages, 8 pages. All right, important is you as an interdisciplinarian. Believe it or not, after you get out of school, you're still going to read materials. You're still going to hopefully try to improve your situation, your knowledge, and hopefully you'll do that outside of Facebook. I'm sure you can do it on Twitter. No, but I'm saying outside of social media. So, because I'm not going to test you up and down on this, I still probably will know that you read it or not based on what your work looks like as we move through this project. Okay. All right. So please read that. Now, there's important 2 readings, seminal readings in this field. Benson's 5 arguments, okay? Thomas Benson, better be his name. Thomas Benson, oh no, it's not going to tell me. I'm mixing up with somebody else, I hope not. But he writes 5 arguments against IDS. He is an interdisciplinarian, trust me. But he's playing devil's advocate here, and he's going to write a nice paper, 7 pages, with 5 arguments against IDS. And by the time you get done reading it, if you're like me, you're like, what the hell did I just get myself into? Because you'll buy into it. Hopefully not. But if you quickly read the 14-page Newell's response, William Newell, as I probably mentioned, was a leader in AIS, in interdisciplinary studies in the association, and he just passed away last year, I think. He writes a very good response to Benson and covers each of the 5 areas. Very important to read that because these are the things you're up against personally if you plan on using IDS to further yourself in this world, in your career, or whatever. And if you're not, then I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I guess you're not. Just doing this to kill some time. But for me, like I said, I had relatives who kind of laughed at it a little bit, and they were academics. So, I don't take it personally because their opinions of me are none of my business. Okay. All right, so read those are important. And now with Easter egg number 1, use the readings. Easter egg number 1 is use the readings. I want you to use your readings when you have to write papers, when you have to do a discussion board coming up called Becoming an Interdisciplinarian, don't do the readings and then go right back into, oh, you got to be a jack of all trades. I don't think you see jack of all trades mentioned anywhere in the material, right? So don't go back to preconceived notions. You're learning here, making progress, and now you have a chance to articulate that progress through this discussion board on becoming an interdisciplinarian. Okay. Uh, then there's this important page coming up in Module 3 on primary data collection. Sorry, I don't know what it is. I think the other course was this course. I burped on video. It was very embarrassing. Primary data collection. We've talked about this. You've got to collect some original data. We're going to do a quantitative survey. So to get started with that, not going to put the survey together. You're not going to do anything yet. You can mess around, but don't do anything without you seeing my survey videos. But you'll see, I want you to go to SurveyMonkey, sign up for a free account. Do not pay money. Never pay money in this course. Not to me, not to anybody, not to any website. Okay? But you can sign up for the free account. That's where we're going to be making these surveys, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay? Read through that, because remember, we're going to be doing what are some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences regarding blank revealed in a survey of random adults. The question's right there. That question must be used word for word, comma for comma. Okay? I will discuss it in depth. I hate when I have an extra space in my writing. That will be discussed on video, okay, at length, probably without Easter eggs. Okay. So, project design methodology. So, your methodology is quantitative. The design is survey. Okay, that's what we're going to be using. Feel free to, use that. That's part of what you're doing. Okay. But that's going to be important because the assignment's going to be due soon. You'll want to get going on that survey when the time comes, because the time's going to really compress at the end, it seems. And I want you to be ready to do that. Okay. I'll talk a lot more about that coming up. Just get signed up, logged in, so you can do that quickly. Easter egg number 2 is set up your SurveyMonkey account. Set up your SurveyMonkey account. Easter egg number 2. Okay, there is another discussion board here. There's 2 this module. This one is primary sources. What this intends to do is jumpstart you for step 3. Okay, so to prepare you to develop your Tanner step 3 annotated bibliography, I want you to look for the academic and professional journals in fields of study that match the disciplines for your integrative research. Okay, to do this, now we can go up to 3 disciplines. You don't have to use all 3 in all of your research, but I'd like you to look that over, okay? And you'll see there's an easy grid for how I'm going to score this, up to 40 points. If you do 2 journals each for 2 disciplines, 15 points out of 40. 3 journals for 2 disciplines, 20 points. 2 journals for 3 disciplines, 2 journals each for 25 points, and 3 journals for 3 disciplines, 30 points. What I'd like you to do is identify these. Don't just mash them together. I swear to God, I won't read it. I'll give you 0. Make sure each one is separate and you identify the discipline and then the sources, discipline, sources. But I'm going to test you on this if you know how to do peer-reviewed or primary sources. Primary sources are those that you're going directly to the research, using that's a source, that's primary. Peer-reviewed means it was research, went into a journal, it was peer-reviewed, it was a thesis, something that's textbook, peers reviewed it, proved it, that's how we use it. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them at me, because I don't want you to waste too much time. This is due on the 16th. And then we're going to get into the step 3 annotated bibliography that I'm making due on September 18th, a week from today. It's an annotated bibliography. extremely important that you watch the video on making sure the video works.
This video will explain what an annotated bibliography is, what
It
types of
is
information an annotated
like
bibliography
4 minutes
should
long,
contain, and how it should be
four something long. It will show you exactly what I'm looking for. Guess what else will? The sample. I'm pulling that up right now. The sample will show you exactly what I'm looking for. Wow, I still loving this. Look at the video, look at the sample. This is what I want. It's a great addition to your project, which you will use forever as a badge of honor of what your work was like in college. The annotated bibliography is step 3. So read about that and get back to me with any questions, comments, concerns. Wait a second. It's due. Let me just make sure I didn't change. I think it's due on the 18th, right? Let's see. Tanner, step 3. On the 18th is correct. 11th to the 18th for this module. All right. So let me know. Now, tomorrow, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, tomorrow I'm actually on the road. I'm going to drive up to Sedona, go through to Sedona, Prescott, Jerome, Prescott, Williams, Flag, back down Oak Creek Canyon, do some light four-wheeling. I need to get out, so I'm going to be around just in case you email them tomorrow. Normally, I'm really quick on the uptick to get, like if you say, here's my Easter eggs, and I say, boom, right away. Don't worry, it'll probably be Sunday, but not during the Green Bay Packers game. Okay. I think that's an introduction to your module 3. So Easter egg number 3 here at 12 minutes is step up your game. Step up your game. You know what that means. You can do it now. Remember, you're on the inside. You're on the sidelines watching the academic game go by. No, you are part of your concentrations, your disciplines, your degree, your field. Part of it, step up your game, act like you belong there, and you do belong there, okay? That's about it. I would say forks up. Peace. Have a good weekend.